It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A great return there of 22 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks down to get 6'5".
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Down the left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch so far by Chase. It's a first down.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. You look at this Steeler defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because, guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And Burrow going to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Steelers set to take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 93 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
Now Griffin on second down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Griffin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum because they pitched a shutout last week. And I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level. And they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Burrow on 3rd down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
It's no secret their season is not going the way that they wanted, so in a spot like that on 4th down, is it kind of like, why not? Let's just go for it.
I would hope that would be part of their game plan going in. There's no reason not to go for it in that situation. But if I flip it over to the other side, you also know that their season is a struggle for them. You should expect them to be a little more.
Touchdown, Bengals! T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. So that drive 7 plays in length.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it's Griffin. Oh, he's able. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. Our score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now Burrow on 1st down. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Here we go. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
107 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. The Steelers at 12-2 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down and a yard.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game of the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, it's Ford, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. And now an audible here into something else. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. From the 24 now. Here's second down and 7.
Now they'll throw it with Griffin. To the right side and complete to Washington. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second down and 4.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point in the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have regained the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Muscles by at the 25. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10 at their own 26. On play action, they'll throw. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
2nd and 7.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Again, they turn to Ford. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Griffin.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll bring them back within a point.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Jets could never get the ship going in the right direction this year, but they do get the win there and up their mark to 6-9. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. C.D. Lamb, close to 200 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, That'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 127 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Gonzalez will go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case,
looking right side, and it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they have regained the lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by...
And he coughed it up, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Burrow will throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete to Otten.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now Griffin. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Second down and 6 now. midfield now. Here's Griffin. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Steelers are back within a score. Now for the point after. And the lead is down to 2. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Burrow on play action. This one taken in by Otten. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3, and Graham's got it, complete. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Griffin. Throw left side complete. That's Gonzalez. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And for one of the... times tonight he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on third down, Griffin. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. He's been tough for this defense to handle. Over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken a 4th quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Burrow and the Bengals down by a field goal. 1:54 on the clock. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Throwing, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Incomplete. A lot defense bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. He's got Otten. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He will find his man Chase complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Now it's the Steelers' turn, trailing by 4. A little under 50 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Griffin. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now Griffin. He finds his man complete. That's Gonzalez. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Griffin. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. So this one in the win column now.